Death is a natural part of human life. Since God is love, and everything He does in His perfect goodness and in His wisdom is done in love, the fact that humans die is a natural and intentional part of His creation. Grief is the normal and natural response to loss of any kind. Grief is often conflicting feelings caused by a change or the end of a familiar pattern of behavior. When an adult in a small church congregation dies, everyone will naturally experience grief. Even those of us who were not close to the person who died will feel the change, because it's an end of a familiar pattern of behavior, and that always triggers a grief response if we were close to the person. For the children of the congregation, this may be the very first time that they're up close and personal with a human being who dies. As parents, as adults in church, we need to be the emotional leaders for the children in our congregation. The death of someone known to us and to the children in church is naturally sad. And it's hard. And it may well wake up all kinds of feelings in us, the adults. At the same time, it's a beautiful opportunity for us, the adults, to guide the children of our church in their faith and in a grieving process. They will watch us. The way we handle death has a lifelong impact on the children that watch us. Our example has power to build their faith, to build their resilience, their integrity as human beings, and to strengthen their well-being. If we do not lean into this opportunity with faithful intention, our example could instead produce isolation, fear, anxiety, insecurity, and mistrust. Here are 2 quick practical tips for what's helpful and what's not helpful for children when someone dies. It's better to tell the simple truth and just say, so-and-so has died, rather than to use metaphors and euphemisms when talking to children. Death is a good word, it's not a bad word. This is because children are literal, and they will be confused when adults say things like, so-and-so has passed away, has gone to their eternal rest, is sleeping, has gone to heaven, or has gone to be with Jesus. I've attached to this video a PDF that actually quotes an entire chapter from the book When Children Grieve by John James Russell Friedman and Dr. Leslie Landon Matthews. Have a look, it's very helpful. Secondly, when news of a death impacts a child, they will have a need to express feelings and to talk about it. Very likely they will ask questions that will make the adults around them feel uncomfortable. This discomfort is not a bad thing, and it is not something that needs to be fixed, rather encouraged. All of this is appropriate for what's happening in the child's world. The best thing we adults can do is encourage them to talk, to share how they feel, and to do our best not to try to fix them or shut them down or make them feel better too quickly. One Bible verse that supports this idea is Proverbs 25:20. Whoever sings songs to a heavy heart is like one who takes off a garment on a cold day and like vinegar on soda. This verse illustrates that forcing cheerfulness onto someone whose heart is broken is insensitive, counterproductive, and leaves them feeling more isolated and misunderstood. One very insightful comment about this kind of thing came from my daughter when she was 14, and I was trying to first listen and then comfort too quickly. When I tried to fix her as she was expressing her anxiety about something that was about to happen at school the next day, even though I listened to her for 40 minutes and thought I had heard everything her heart needed to say, when I began to fix her and encourage her and reassure her and tell her that everything was going to be okay, I saw that she was crying, and I had to stop the car I was driving and say, "What just happened? I don't understand." And she very insightfully said, "Mom, you just can't stand my pain, and you want my pain to stop. I don't feel like you're listening to me." In so many words. She was absolutely right. We don't want to shut our children down when their hearts are hurting. One thing I've learned over the years that seems very effective is to separate my desire to help and comfort a child who is crying or upset by news of a death, and to just sit with them first in their sorrow and simply thank them for their tears and for sharing how their heart feels. Later on, or the next day, I or we, the adults in that child's life, can come back and begin another conversation with a hopeful Bible verse or some other reassuring affirmation that we might feel our child needs to hear. The danger of trying to do all of that in one conversation is that the child may understand that we disapprove of their painful, sad feelings, and we may drive them underground, which is the last thing we want to do. They may begin to hide feelings like that from us. That is the last thing we want them to do. If you'd like some more ideas or any support regarding how to answer children's questions around death, what to do if you feel like your child is grieving, please feel free to reach out. You can contact Debbie Banks here in Austin Christian Southside, or myself. We are both certified grief recovery method specialists, and we're happy to hear from you anytime.